exhibit tonight?
I enjoyed it immensely. It was excellent.
Tell me, where are you from and a little bit about your artwork.
Okay, I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'm what's called an experiential artist, which means that I travel a lot, I take no photos, and I paint the feeling of the place that I was in that I felt when I was actually there. So that's what an experiential artist is. I also do oni oils. I love the feel of oils. I love the way they dry. I have put varnish on any of my paintings. They are good for 70 years. If you would pass them on to your children, you would have to just have it wiped off professionally, and the paint is exactly the same underneath. The varnish will never yellow. So I love traveling and I love painting, and it's my passion.
That's amazing. So could you tell us about one of your paintings that you love the most, or something that really touched you or inspired you since you travel and it inspires you? Is there any one that you can remember?
Yeah, this one here I love so much because it reminds me so much of Carmel, California, of when I travel with my son and daughter-in-law and grandkids, and we go beachcombing. I love the ocean, and I love to bring them. Yes, California is awesome. I love it. Yes. This one here is one of my favorites. It's called Look to the Skies, and this is actually again from California. It's oh sure. It's this one here is actually from California also. And this was one night when there was a big storm coming through, and the colors of the sunset onto the ocean was what I always remembered. So I call this Look to the Skies. I thought it was very appropriate with the way the weather is so much changing in our earth around us. And I just love the colors. I love doing it. I use a lot of palette colors, palette knife. I do painting, but palette is my forte. I love doing it. My other favorite, I have to say, is New York, New York. And I was in New York last year for an art show. And to me, the city is very, very much alive. So the colors at the back remind me of Times Square. This, of course, is the city. And the Brooklyn Bridge ties it all together. And I went on the Brooklyn Bridge every day to go to the gallery, because I actually was living in Brooklyn at the time. So yeah, I rented a little place there, and it was great. So, and this one reminds me of, this is from Hawaii. Yeah, and it's called Climb, and it is a waterfall, and you can climb up to the top and dive in, and it's so much more like real life, how a person climbs the top, and to get refreshed after a long day, jumps in the water. So that one's called Climb.
So you are involved in a book project, correct? It's called Artscape Canada Pays Art. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
A friend of mine who's a photographer and myself got together, and he wanted to do something with his photography very different. So he wanted to take pictures of those kind of places, but he wanted something different. So what we did was he would take half a photo of, one of them is Lake Louise, and half a photo of Mount Rundle in Banff, and the rest of the canvas was blank. So it would be his vision of Banff and Lake Louise, and I would continue on with my vision with the paint. And it all collaborated together, just gorgeous. So then we started thinking we were going to do just Alberta, and he decided, well, why don't we go across Canada? So he got Canadian artists from all across Canada, from each province, and he did the same thing with them, and we put a book together, and we had a big gala August 23rd, and it was absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Anything like a project you're working on? Any upcoming projects?
I'm going to be going to Paris next year with my paintings, and I also have shows. Whenever I have a show on internationally, I always have shows on also in Edmonton. So I have a show on in Edmonton right now. I have paintings down in California. So I have shows on while I'm away also. So yeah, and I always start, my big project right now is, of course, in January. I always start my new series. And a series is anywhere between 8 and 10 in a series. So that's what I start in January. And then, yeah, November I'll be going to Paris. And Before that, I'm going to be going to California to see my family, which makes me happy. I'd like to say that I really have thoroughly enjoyed this. I love the city of Florence. I know that what Viviana and everyone involved with Arttour International has done, it is a very big project to take on. I want to thank all of them for putting this on. I also want to thank Alessio for helping me get my paintings back from the airport, which didn't come in with my luggage. And it was very stressful, and we got it all done because of his Italian, and yeah, that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for him. And I have to tell you again, I think what Viviana has done has been an excellent job. You guys, everybody, and I think it's an awesome project.
Thank you so much.
I hope to come back again.
I hope you do.
I sure will. Thank you.
Thank you so much.